This is Tez Cooks. Having have had life has been a lot, and whenever life is a lot, I like to come here to play a game that I could be mindless, brainless, and I could just focus on building. So what I got here today is Stellaris. Really fun game in the sense of it's like simulation, building on your own empire, and I have all the DLC signed, so I'm able to kind of create my universe. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna get out there and just I don't know what it'll be yet, but try to figure out what type of empire we're gonna create and go through it. And along the way, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about life and breathing and going. And with that being said, let's jump right into this game. Now I'm playing on console, so I'm interested to see how far we can go. One of the experiences I've had is once I get into the late 25,000 years is when it kind of starts to break on me. But that's okay because today we will probably won't get that far. And then I'm hearing that there's a new patch for this coming out that will probably help address that. So over time, we'll see where we go. But I'm going to think about what do I want to be. Now, the appearance seems like a fun place to start. But in my experience, a lot of times you want to think about your governing ethics and what you want to be. I think the funnest way to play is want to be one of these consciousnesses because you could choose machine AI or you could choose hive mind, which leads to some really crazy changes. Like if you go with the hive mind here, here's where it is right here where you can really get into it. But if you choose this devouring swarm, completely changes how you play the game. You're not trying to talk and get to know people, get to know other empires. You're purely trying to just destroy, which can be like pretty cool to look over. On the other part of that, you got the machine AI network, which you could decide what type of empire. Are you trying to protect people? Are you trying to fight people? Whatever it's going to be, it's all pretty good stuff. What I think I'm looking for today, sometimes I like to play from the standpoint of like getting to know other empires and trying to build up, you know. Now, these two options right here have to do with usually the evolution of your empire, whether you want to go into robotics or you want to go into psionics. Pretty cool stuff. Xenophiles, are you okay with other civilizations? Which I might end up on the xenophobe. We're not trying to, just because I think it's going to help with the actual running of the system, because it may help us like limit how many people we have. Because I think what I'm gonna have to do for this is have less people, have less population, and probably just more on the construction side. So getting less boost from our cities, but maybe building up, maybe building up a great army and just being prepared to attack anyone. I think what it is, it just takes away like some of the fun for you. Because really, I think you could be authoritarian and be a militarist, and you get like a fun synergy where you're military junta, military dictatorship, star empire, But the imperial route is usually so much to it that I like try to avoid going into it even more. Hmm. Choices. If I had to make a choice, hmm. I don't want to increase my population growth speed. That's the thing with that option. So I might go authoritarian. And I might go. Mm, the attic. And then we're going to be a dictatorship. And the idea with this is like this is where it gets creative, where we have to figure out what perks we're going to be running with. Um, this gives us more monthly influence, right? Yeah, that's good. And then monthly unity, edict upkeep, so we could try to up, upgrade a little bit faster than other people. All right, and then we got Volagenalt, Slaver Guilds, Reanimators, press some mutagenic spas. This can be really good because you can produce more consumer goods, which is beneficial to the development of the empire. So that could be good. Cutthroat policy, edict upcut, code breaking +1. Corvée system waives all unity calls for repopulation. I don't want that at all. I think I do want this because I do want us to build our empire pretty fast. Yeah. We're just gonna have to hope we have a way of getting large amounts of food. Before I go further, I'm just gonna look through origin options. Some things that could be good for us. And then origin options, it gets pretty tough here. Subterranean. I want something that gives us a lot of food, if I'm being honest. But I don't want my population growing fast. Ocean Paradise is interesting. Necrophage. Here to be a dragon is nice, but it can be a pain. I've played that one a few times. Scion. This is a easy way. This is like the game on easy mode because you got to fall in the empire that'll protect you. I might go post-apocalyptic just because it's never done it before. It seems like it could be interesting growing up on a tombed world. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. Yeah. Cool. So I'm looking at it, and if I have to guess, exalted priesthood might be what we do, because you get more unity from priest. But then again, building district calls, building slots. I don't want things that are city based just because we're trying to go with a low population growth. Leader starting trait +1, leader maximum negative traits -1. That's pretty good too. That's pretty cool because it keeps the leader upkeep down, which is really beneficial when you're trying to build up your empire. Now, the Philosopher King, I've done this before. And it's really good because your leaders end up growing really fast and pretty respected. It stops them from having a lot of negative traits over time. But I think this police state might be what we go for here from the standpoint of keeping stability up and us getting more unity. That just seems fun. Reanimators is something I've thought about playing with, which would be really cool. But we don't need that. And Vault of Knowledge. Yeah. Let's go, police state. Cool. This right here, we're on our spiritual side, you know, and this is where we might actually want to go back to our people now, to be honest. And the next part is really just deciding a race from here. I'm going to let it go really random. Let's go. Any, many, no. No. 3, 2, 1, boom. All right, we're going to be a mollusk. All right. And then if we're going to be a mollusk, this is one of my favorite ones to go with. I think it just looks badass. So cool. But not this. Haven't done these guys before, and we're in a tomb world, and that feels very tomb world-ish. So definitely want to take a look at that. Next thing's next. Species name. Let's see. Let's randomize this actually. Cool. And I think it'd be cool if we have no gender. Just get real, we're unique with it. Now, name-wise, it's on humanoid, so I'm gonna come back to this in a second. But I just want to change it to our good old mollusk. So one. Hidden pearl. I kind of like this one. All right. Moji Hoxagins. Hope I'm saying that right. Then we want to pick out the trait. So we're Tomb World. Tomb World have ability plus 70%, leader lifespan plus 10 years. We don't want a lot of us around. So I want slow breeders. Something that limits population growth. Because again, that'll be a problem for us as this continues on. So to boost this though, as we are hindering population growth, we are going to likely do something like fleeting. But I just want to see if there is a way of... Rapid breeders definitely don't want that. I just want to go up again so we can make sure, figure out what we're seeing. Oh, agrarian, yeah. We want to get as much food as possible, especially with the options we've chose. Because we can make a lot of alloys, which will help us build up our military. And actually, you know, can only pick 2 perks left. Society research, 15%. We might want to get that quick learner. No. Traditional, I would love to get. That's a pretty good one too. Cinemary, that's just a good throwaway. So you can pick your next 2 points to have an extra point. I was going to boost our leader's lifespan a little bit more. And if I'm being honest, I think the next step is going to be talented can be good, but intelligent. Ingenious is more energy credits, which is beneficial, but getting energy gets easier over time, especially with how we're trying to build our empire. So just getting intelligence so we can get some boost from people that are working in the physics society and engineering. Help us get a little bit more help us grow our research a little bit more faster. All right. Now from here, we're in a tomb world. I think the best thing to do would be to, not that it changes much, but because we lived in the tomb world for so long, we're used to the dry desert area. That's what just makes sense to us. And we'll do Mala cities. Now with the Mala's theme already picked, now we can jump in to kind of get what we want. I'm thinking I like this right here. And then color wise, can we just move this over? Something black. I actually want to go white. That could work. There we go. And then, yeah, I think I like that right there. And then, there we go. Ship. Going to switch those over to our Mollusk ones just so we can go with the theme we got going here.
Descent is forcefully discouraged.
All right, and then we got our guy. All right, ruler traits. I like what I see color wise, clothing wise. Randomize the name for him. Kepes 3 sheets. All right. And then we get into our ruler's traits. And I want somebody that's science oriented. So we can try to get our research up a little bit faster. See though, stability, naval capacity, which could be great if we run into somebody, but for now, actually, no, we're gonna go spark of genius, so we can get research. With that, the foundation of Sebuto Kai, under our leader Cap, 3 sheets. Where are the Muji Huckskins? Uh, and after a nuclear war, we survived, and we're ready to get out there and explore the Gadi. We're devastated, not broken. They have rebuilt civilization from a tomb world. We'll move from here and just see how the story unfolds.